If there's any mistake that Lululemon made, it's not going global faster. We invented pop-up stores. We invented pop-up stores. They were a break-even thing. We could have opened up 500 of them around the world in 2010. We didn't do it. We were given the advice from our private equity guys originally when they left that that's what we have to do, but we had a very stale board of directors that wasn't willing to move. They weren't willing to invest in the company for the long run. Lululemon's already international, but it's just like the 6-7 years behind what it could have been. It should be number one in the world, not number like 3.
And so there is a commitment now to making that investment, because we've seen a lot of Canadian retailers fail in global expansions, which might be what makes sports so conservative.
Yeah, I think Lululemon's like 20 years past that. I think those were Canadian companies that stayed in Canada too long, or you have roots that just doesn't have a product that translates into the U.S. There's a million people that do that cotton, so it's not, you know what I mean? Lululemon reinvented a whole clothing category and actually changed the way people dress in the whole world is the way. I think it's pretty obvious. You walk down the street or you go to a school and probably 40% of women are wearing black lycra tights.
You didn't conceive of this as a product that people should wear on airplanes or to the grocery store, but they do. Maybe that's good for business. But do you like when you see that, Kim Kardashian walking around in her Lulus?
No, I'm not a celebrity person. I don't actually like it when Kim is doing it. I mean, she can do what she wants. Like we really want our stuff on authentic people that are actually, want to do it for athletics and not to just look good. So that's 2 different distinctions on it for sure.
You just sold Kitten Ace to private equity. So another conception of yours that you grew and now you pass off.
I didn't sell it to private equity. We sold it to the staff, all ex-Lululemon people, by the way. Fantastic group. Couldn't be happier for them. My wife and I just weren't, we were at a stage in life we didn't need to work 18 hours a day anymore, and we knew that it had a great possibility. And young people, we didn't even need the money. We were just doing it out of passion, and they can take it on and do a better job with it.
How does it feel to let go, though? Is that difficult?
Well, and when I left West Beach, my original company, it was like hard to let go. But Lululemon was such a great success. All the mistakes I'd made at West Beach, I was able to put into Lululemon. But I made lots of mistakes, and maybe Kitten Ace, I made mistakes, in that, so that's okay. But outside of that, we've made a whole bunch of successes, and probably if you fail 35% of the time and you succeed 65%, that's a life worth living.
You have other visions for products and categories. I know that right now you're probably taking a pause, but what is ahead for you? What else do you want to do?
Well, I think I'm at the stage of life where I'm definitely don't want to get in and I'm not interested in doing the 18 hours a day anymore. I still have 3 young kids, and I know I have to milk every last second of that before they leave for university. So I've got a very well organized team, in passive equity, and we're big in real estate in Vancouver and Seattle, and that's a lot of fun. But almost the people I've hired are so good, I don't really have anything to do. So I'm actually in the inquiry about who I am in my life too. You
did invest a lot in developing your people, like right down to the salespeople. You're developing them on the business side. Was that always something you were interested in, or did it grow as the business grew and you needed to bring your staff along?
No, it was right from the beginning. My dad was a teacher, and I think who I am was really a teacher. And the thing that I really got is I assume everyone is great the minute they walk in the door. And probably my expertise is more around 20 and 30-year-olds, because I think they're at a stage in life when, God, am I going to get married? Will I have a date on Friday night? Will I ever get pregnant? Will I ever afford a mortgage? What's going to happen in my old age? Will I be able to retire? And this just consumes like 40% of the brain power of a 20 and 30-year-old. And so by giving them the right structure and kind of goal setting and responsibility and what happens when they complain and that type of thing, they really kind of clean up 40% of their brain. And it's not a linear increase, it's an exponential increase. And so by cleaning that up and giving them the right structure, they can actually get what they want in business, which gives them what they want in their own life.
So you remain passionate about, and it's clear from people who wrote, the foreword of the book, that the staff really loved you.
Yeah, well, I love them, yeah.
And will you stay involved when you're on the board? You're a big investor.
Yeah.
Will you stay hands-on with Lululemon?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not on the board right now. I have a board seat, which I can have the option to take, which I think I'm in the inquiry about right now. And because, you know, like, it's got again, we have a brand new CEO, and really all that's missing between the CEO and the board of directors is someone who understands the technical apparel business and West Coast brand, which of course is what the whole company is. So that's why I say, you know, like, even though it had 5 years of very, very flat, like Lululemon did a terrible job for 5 years, and the biggest growth of the technical apparel in the history of the world. And now only in the last year it's gone up, but it's at the right stage now to leverage what it has and really move to another level. It's far undervalued as far as I'm concerned.
What are the rivals that you worry the most about? Who's getting it right out there that you compete with?
I think Arc'teryx is doing a great job. Canada Goose is doing a great job. Funny, when you walk into malls in the United States now, there's like the Canadian wing almost. There's Aldo shoes and Aritzia, and it's really phenomenal. But you know, I'd say because I'm a technical boy, I really like what Arc'teryx is doing.